It's Ask Ritu. Thanks so much for sending in your questions across social media. I love hearing from you, so please keep all of your questions coming. The question that I want to answer today goes like this. I noticed that I've been crying a lot lately and that I'm feeling embarrassed and weak about this. You talk a lot about being authentic and sharing your emotions in your videos. Can you please help me? So, OMG, one of my most favorite things to do in the entire world is to cry. I cry all the time. In fact, to say I cry all the time would be like an understatement. I cry for happy moments. I cry for sad moments. I cry when I'm frustrated. I cry when I'm angry. In fact, my partner, Santosh, calls me Ritu the Rotalu, which is a play on the word for crying in Hindi. And if you've been watching some of my stuff online lately on social media, you'll know that I've been deeply struggling with my journey and watching my mom's experience with Alzheimer's. And I can tell you that I have been crying a lot lately. Like, I cry almost every day. And so I'm a big proponent of crying and being proud about it, being unashamed about it, being courageous and vulnerable about it. And I have a few things I wanted to share about this. First of all, I think that the stigma that is attached to crying in our society ties back to both patriarchy and white supremacy. Patriarchy because toxic masculinity has vilified showing emotions, including crying. So when we want to cry, we're part of this sexist structure in society that's like anti-emotion. We get stigmatized for crying. But also there are cultures all around the world where emoting, crying openly is healthy and well regarded. It's really because of the Anglo-rooted culture that permeates society, white supremacy, that crying is also vilified. So that's the first thing. The second thing I would share here is that I'm all about authenticity, as you know, and if your heart says you want to cry and release, then I would say go for it, because that's what being authentic is all about. Another thing I want to share with you here is that from a nervous system perspective, that feeling or desire to cry, it's natural. And in fact, when we say to ourselves, no, don't cry, we're trying to override our nervous systems. And I would much rather you release what your nervous system wants to shed than override it. And then the final thing that I want to share, and I think this is probably the most important, is that we can cry and still be strong. Crying isn't about weakness, it's about strength, because you are being authentic, you are being vulnerable, you are courageously deflecting bias that comes your way. You can be strong and still cry. So I hope this helps you. Go cry now. Thanks for sending in your question. Keep your questions coming across social media. And thanks as always for watching.